Alright, piss and vinegar day 108, shoulders and biceps. So I'm just going to keep rolling with the topics because it seems that my videos are doing much better lately. The more I just do topics rather than narrating my workouts, which pretty much repeat themselves in general anyway. And the only difference is I'm just getting stronger, which is cool. And if you're watching, you'll probably notice that, and I'm getting bigger, but I mean, apart from that, there's not much to it. There's a few things that change here and there, and if that happens, I'll mention it, but for now, I'm just going to keep rolling with topics and giving, pieces of information and my perspective on things. So today's topic is hot, cold showers. So first, I'll start with the heat. There's many benefits to hot showers, including opening up blood vessels, which then enhances circulation, delivering nutrients, partitioning to the muscles, and all the different benefits that you get from the heat shock proteins and all these other things that come along with very hot showers, mind you. I mean, it can't be warm, it has to be fucking hot. It eases tension and promotes, physical relaxation and mental stress relief. You have, your just detoxification effects, although, questionable there, but sweating will, you're going to sweat from your workout, and you're going to sweat from cardio, but sweating from the hot showers, or maybe even sauna if you have one, will also help, especially sauna more so than the hot showers. But this is hot showers, so I'm digressing. You have skin rejuvenation, so hot showers can enhance skin elasticity and help with just a decent glow. Essentially, I've noticed that anecdotally within myself, when I have really hot showers, my skin looks better, especially if you have acne. It will open up the pores, allowing any of that sort of shit in your skin or those pores to come out naturally rather than you squeezing it and doing damage to the skin. You have, kind of a pre-workout warm-up if it's really cold or something. There's so many benefits, and, I could get into the more niche ones, but the main 3 or 4 is, the vasodilation, massive, absolutely vital. The muscle relaxation and the detoxification from sweating and, skin and all those benefits from hot showers. But then you combine it with cold showers, which then gives you vasoconstriction, which then narrows the blood vessels, then reducing inflammation, which isn't necessarily the best thing, and you don't necessarily want to time it directly after your workout because the inflammatory response to your workout is important, but it's after a certain point you can reduce the inflammation and allow for the muscle protein synthesis to take place a little quicker, and then also just alleviating muscle soreness, flushing blood into your organs, which then comes back into the muscle, which has a whole host of benefits that I can't even necessarily remember. Again, I'm not a professional in any of these topics. I'm just, kind of a jack of all trades, master of none, except for maybe exercise science. And then, you have endorphin release. It feels fucking good to have cold showers. It sucks, don't get me wrong, when you first start. And I'm only just starting to do it again recently. I've done it previously and had excellent benefits, but it helps massively with your endorphins and just feeling a naturally good mood after the fact. And it also creates sort of a increased discipline and work ethic. Now, you have to understand that everyone has limited willpower throughout the day. So, if you're spending all your willpower in a cold shower when really you should be putting it into a more important thing like your business or training, then of course maybe hold off on the cold showers until you've gotten the larger health bar of sorts of willpower. You start with 5 health. Maybe in 3 months from now, you have 8 to 9 fucking pieces of HP that you can work with, which is your willpower. So, there's a caveat here. There's a potential metabolic boost. I think I've experienced this from cold showers where it stimulates brown fat activity, so potentially aiding in your weight loss, but more so your kind of organ fats that are not great for your liver and other organs. Not so much of an aesthetic increase, but it could potentially impact your aesthetics, brown fat, but also shivering. And the process of shivering will actually burn calories, but again, it's very nominal. A lot of the benefits from cold showers, hot showers, these self-improvement sort of things, these Dan Human things, a lot of it is overblown, but there are definitely big bang for your buck benefits. The cold exposure can increase recovery by reducing oxidative stress, which is fucking super key. Enhancing focus and alertness from when you going into the shower and you're especially in the morning. I found if I get in the shower in the morning, it wakes you up. You have an adrenaline flow, you have endorphin rush, and you go from being super tired and, you know, in a brain fog to getting super alert. And now I don't do cold showers in the morning, not now at least, because I'm only just getting back into them again. And, you know, I have a hard time doing them in general because fucking it's tough getting up in the morning when you're tired and getting in the cold shower. But I do it, you know, at night before bed, which then I'll get into in a bit. I've kind of wrote notes down today, so hence why my flow is a bit better, hence why my vocab's a bit better. You know, I'm just going to do bullet points from now on. That way I can kind of have a better flow, because, you know, if you've watched my videos for any period of time, you'll realize that my flow is pretty fucked. I'm just going to digress real quick in the video. My bicep tendonitis on my right side, I have bicep tendonitis, or, you know, bicep tendinosis, whichever one, is a bit of a problem. It's not massively painful, but it's like a dull sort of ache that's not even that painful at all, really, but it takes away from my ability to contract my biceps optimally, and it takes away from the pump. But this new bicep variation that I started doing last week, which is going to be, I'm going to do this every single session because this fucking thing is irreplaceable. This shit, my biceps, I haven't been this contracted in such a long time. So I'm expecting some decent bicep gains to come from this. My biceps haven't grown that much throughout this bulk, which is fine because they're already genetically gifted, whereas the rest, or maybe not gifted, but better than the rest of my body. My triceps are actually genuinely quite gifted. My biceps are okay. The rest of my body is pretty shit genetically speaking. But this movement, I feel like, will allow them to get even more growth. So anyway, back to my topic. Where was I? I was talking about... and then some of the lesser known benefits is, you know, you can potentially increase your breathing, which again, these are the things that are very small percentages and very benign, or, you know, not really that big of a benefit, but every little percentage counts, as you've heard me mention before. It can improve your immune response, which that's a big benefit for sure. Lesser known, but really great. Cold showers will potentially contribute to your immune system. I'm not going to go into depth with all of these because I'm just going to run out of fucking time. You know, you have sort of a mimicking effect of cryotherapy, which ordinarily would cost you thousands of dollars to get specialized equipment, and it's not as ideal because you can't get as cold and you can't isolate your head as much. But cryotherapy is genuinely a very powerful tool, which this sort of simulates. It can help with your hormone levels. It can help with your circadian rhythm regulation, especially in the evening. It can help you get to sleep easier, which I have 100% felt recently. One of the biggest benefits that I totally forgot about, and I was listening to Eddie Hall talk about it, was that he started doing hot-cold therapy simply for the sleep benefits. And he literally went from going from a 450 kilo deadlift to going up to the big world record 500 kilo lift that we all know about, simply by changing that. He just started doing hot-cold, improved his sleep, improved his recovery, which meant he could train more frequently. All of a sudden, he went from being, you know, still holding the world record, but holding an even more impressive one. So, you know, again, these little percentages count. But the sleep improvements are massive. I mean, I find that when I do the hot cold before going to bed, you know, lately, because I'm bulking, I'm hotter, my testosterone's higher from more nutrients. It's harder to sleep. It's been much, much harder to sleep. I've got hay fever. I've got all these things. You know, I'm busy. I've got anxiety. All this shit. And when I do the hot cold therapy, man, not only do I go to sleep way easier, I'm falling asleep watching movies and shit. I'm staying asleep longer and deeper. I'm not waking up as much in the middle of the night. The other night, the last two nights, or maybe not the last 2 nights, but there was 2 nights in a row where I actually didn't wake up at all, which is fucking unheard of for me, at least for a long time. So that's a big one. You know, cold showers will give your body the signaling to wind down and potentially lead to, as I said, like that faster sleep onset, but also a deeper sleep. I'm having a fucking stroke. The heat also from the hot shower does very similar effects. So the combination of both will, massively help with your ability to get to sleep, which will then only further improve your recovery. So if you really fucking hate doing cold showers, the way I'm doing it is I'm just slowly, progressively overloading it, like anything else. Just like that 2-minute habit rule I gave, where it's, you know, start with 2 minutes because it's too easy to fail. I'm starting with what is too easy to fail, in the sense that I'm just slowly getting colder and colder every time, adapting, letting my body adapt, let my nervous system adapt, let my discipline adapt to this colder and colder stimulus, until eventually I can withstand freezing cold temperatures for 2-3 minutes at a time. And on the flip side, getting used to hotter and hotter water, which, is very difficult for me because I'm already very hot in this Australian summer and, whatever. So if you have a hard time with hot cold showers, don't fucking go extremist mode like I have in the past, where you just jump into the freezing fucking cold shower and expect that you're going to adhere to that habit. You're not. Unless you're like some David Goggins motherfucker, or you have great natural ability to the cold or hot, you are not going to be able to adhere to that habit. It is far better to slowly progress it, like you would with weights, like you would with anything. So try it out. Try the hot cold showers, especially if you're having a hard time with sleep. You will immediately feel the difference. You will get out, you'll be feeling relaxed, you'll go to sleep earlier, and you will stay asleep for far longer. So try it out, but start a little bit slow. And even if you start slow, even if it's not freezing cold, the hot cold, even though mundane cold and mundane hot, you will feel the benefits very, very rapidly. So yeah, that's it for today. See you guys for more Piss and Vinegar tomorrow. Any Q&A, let me know, ask below and I'll answer.